And now, Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. I am your host, Donnie C, and I want to thank you for coming and hanging out with us, spending some time with us. Time is something we never get back, and you're here with us, so we appreciate all the time you spend with us. And when I say we, there's more than me. There's my good friend, Dave. Hello, Dave.
Oh, hi, Don. How are you today?
Dave was surprised. Either that or it was a butterfly in his room or something.
Ladybugs. It seems I always have ladybugs in my house, which I think are good luck, but I don't know.
It's supposed to be good luck, so good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. So thank you all for hanging out. So if you haven't seen the show, what the show basically is Shooting It Straight with Donnie C, is you ask me questions and I answer the questions. But the difference between asking me and answering is I don't know what the questions are until we're recording now. You can send your questions to shootingitstraightwdc@gmail.com. Dave right there. He gets your questions. And then while we're recording live, he asks me. So you have control of the show, at least a portion of the show. We also have segments. We have our second Fists of Fury today, so that's coming up. We have some general topics that we talk about, but we're also going to answer your questions. So if you ever have questions and you need them answered, send them to shootingitstraightwdc@gmail.com, and I'll answer them. Hopefully you like the answer. You never know, because I never know what the questions are, so I never know what the answers are either. So good luck to all of us. So Dave.
Yes.
You know me well, and those who are following us and watching us are starting to get to know us more and more. Mm-hmm. And you know, one of my biggest rules in life is...
Don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole. It's rule number one. You can do anything you want. Don't be an asshole.
Yep.
My son plays soccer. If you watch the show, you know my son also plays soccer. So we had to go to some soccer games today. Or not today, but this weekend.
Yes.
We go to the soccer game. And we're looking for parking spots. And the place is mobbed. It's always mobbed. And I think I find a spot, so I get excited. I'm like, ooh. And it's a little far away, but it's still a spot.
Right.
No, it wasn't a spot. And here's why it wasn't a spot. It was a spot, but it wasn't a spot. Because
that's not a spot.
Douchebag decided, I've got an Alfa Romero, so I've got a fancy car. I need to take up 4 spots.
Oh, he did the right in the middle?
You've seen the assholes park in the middle of 2 lanes.
Right.
No, this guy pulled up enough this way he took 4 lanes.
Yeah.
So everybody was parking. And I was about to parallel park right behind him, and I was hoping that somebody else would parallel park in front of him.
But
Pin him in. I was like, you know what? I'm not in this city anymore. This is like, maybe I shouldn't do this. So
that would be, imagine the fucking reaction on his face when he comes out to his car. And,
you wait for it. You wait. Because as I was walking back, on the way to the soccer field, I decided to touch every single one of his glasses. Every glass, every window, I touched them all. Fingerprints, smears everywhere. Then while I was at the game, I go, is it really that? Is it going to be that much? He's going to spray. It's going to come off or anything else. So on the way back, he was still there. So I licked my fingers and then did it.
Oh my God, you're disgusting.
Yes, because I had to prove a point. So I literally did that to his driver's side window. I went like that, and I went right on the driver's window. Yep. Screw you. You're an asshole. I get in my car. My wife is in the car. My kid's in the car. We start to drive away, and I see the trunk open. He's there. So any good Samaritan's supposed to walk away, drive away, or whatever. But I'm not that guy. I have to make sure I know that he knows he's an asshole. And when I was walking back, people wrote signs on his window, like not on his window, but left notes on napkins.
Oh wow! So it wasn't just you. There was other people.
No, multiple. Yeah. That's how bad it was. It was multiple.
Oh wow!
So and I saw it as I was doing that. So as I'm driving past, I stop the car. I put it in park. I get out and I just kind of look over the hood of my car or whatever. I go, oh, listen, I didn't write the signs, but I agree with all of them. You're a freaking asshole.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I go, 4 spots? You really had to take up 4 fucking spots?
Right.
I don't know if I said fucking. My kids were there, so I probably didn't. But I was like, you had to take up 4 freaking spots? Like, he's like, it's a nice car. And no, what it was the first thing he said was, there was nobody here when I first got here. I go, you didn't think it was going to fill up? He goes, it's a nice car. I go, maybe take up 2 spots. But even still, how about this? If you can't afford to get the car hit, don't park it here. Drive something else. Don't be an asshole. Why you got to be an asshole? Just because you have a nice car doesn't mean you're not a douchebag. Now you're a douchebag with a nice car, I said.
Most people who have nice cars have like a lesser nice car. And usually they leave that nice car at home and take the lesser nice car out to...
No, not this guy. And he was young too. So I don't know if it was his, if daddy's, or whatever. I don't know. But whatever. So then we start going back and forth a little bit. I get back in the car and he said something. So I rolled down the window and I'm yelling through the car. And then he's like, I'm sorry. And he starts revving the engine. Now, he tells me it's got a Ferrari engine. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, Dave, the engine's going... like that. It's not like like Harleys are louder. Like, yeah. This douchebag goes, I'm sorry, what'd you say? I can't hear you over the engine. I go, yes, you can. You can hear me over the engine. It's not that loud. And then I drove away. That was my weekend. So I'm hoping I taught him a lesson and he doesn't do that again.
I'm guessing you did not.
I don't know.
But at least you tried.
I tried. That's all I can do is try to be a good Samaritan for everybody.
I just want to see his face when he realizes there's like saliva all over his car.
Oh, I was so happy. I was driving home and I was so happy with that thought. He's going to look out his window and just see fingerprints everywhere. Oh, it was a highlight of my day.
Oh, boy. Nice.
Don't be an asshole. Rule number 1.
Don't be an asshole. So, but anyway, moving on. I just saw this article popped up with The Sopranos. I know you're a fan of it. I'm a big fan of it.
I am a fan of Sopranos. Watched it twice.
Yeah, apparently you missed your opportunity. You could have bought the booth. They had the booth that the final scene was shot up for auction on eBay.
Final scene. I would have burned the fucking booth. That was the worst ending to any show ever. The show was so good, and it had its peaks and valleys, but as a whole, so good.
But I
being an Italian from Jersey and just knowing different things and just seeing the spots that they were at and this, that, the other. And it was a great show. The acting was incredible. Paulie was an actual gangster. Like, it was so good. Mm-hmm. And then they ended it like that. Did I tell you the story about the ending?
I believe you have, yes.
My father recorded it for me because I wasn't able to see it. And if anybody hasn't seen this, I don't know if we actually aired the scene, the one that I talked about this, so I'll just talk about it quick. My father, I was working, and this is back in the day before you had DVRs and all this other stuff and everything else. So my father recorded it so we could watch it together.
Right.
We started watching it, comes to the end, it clips up, and I look at him, I go, what happened? What happened? Yeah. We thought something happened to the tape,
to the tape,
recording or something.
It got hung up.
That's how it ended.
Yep.
Sopranos.
But Gandolfini,
that was a terrible ending.
Right, and Gandolfini was on record saying he was okay with the ending because it keeps you gussing which way it went.
Yeah,
and whatnot.
Keeps you guessing. It doesn't guess nothing. I don't want to guess. I want you to end the goddamn show.
But it initially went on eBay for $3,000. It shot up to 20. It went up to 21,000, and I think it's at the final offer was 68,100, and I think that's what it's going to sell at. That's what's going to win. Thank you.
Right.
And I think they were saying that they have to come and pick this shit up, because it's too big for them to be shipping it out to them, so they got to pick it up. But yeah, for 68,000, you missed it. You could have had the booth, man.
Fuck that place. That pissed me off.
If you want, the Stugatz is on sale. You can still get that.
That's different. I like a good Stugatz. But the booth? Stugatz to the booth.
Did you see how much the Stugatz was going for?
No.
I think it was listed at 300,000 originally, and then I guess it's not moving, so they dropped it down to 275 basically. 275, you could have the Stugatz.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's still a chance, it's still out there. Okay. You got plenty of places in Arizona to drive that sucker. So.
Yeah, sure. I'll drive it all over the place.
Oh, man.
That's funny. All right. Well, outside that, Dave's got some Fists of Fury. Like we said in the intro, Dave's got the second round. Second round of Fists of Fury. Are you ready, Dave?
I'm ready as I'm going to be.
Let's go! Fury.
All right, so I'm going to move this to that because then I
now, as a reminder, last round went to Bruce Lee.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, Bruce Lee is the champion. At the end of the season or end of the year, we're going to have the best of. So whoever wins today, we know they're fighting at least Bruce Lee.
Right, exactly.
We'll see who else is in there.
So, just to save time, these are actors from, action movies, karate movies, and stuff like that. They do have some background in martial arts. I'm not going to list them all and all that stuff. So
right.
I
hope you don't have Ralph Macchio in there.
I almost put him in, but I didn't.
Really?
Yeah, I was toying.
No, he would not win. I don't know who he's going up against, like Pee Wee Herman, maybe. I don't know. He would not.
I think, from what I saw, I think what pushed me away from him was that he was, believe it or not, he was coached. He didn't really. I don't think he really
Ralph
learned
Macchio
all that.
didn't really know how to do karate.
Right. You couldn't tell by that spectacular acting.
Okay.
So anyway, I bracketed them. I was just like, I threw them in any brackets or whatever. No rhyme or reason, and we'll go from here. All right. So first up, Dolph Lundgren.
He's a beast.
Okay.
He's a beast. He's the one that put Rocky in the hospital. That's all I'm saying. He hit him when they were taping, and so Sly had to go to the hospital to recover for 3 days, I think, or something like that.
And then I put him up with Machete, Danny Trejo.
Now, are we going with weapons, or are we just going straight on Fist of Fury? Fist of Fury.
Fist of Fury. He knows how to box, though. He does know how to box.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Dolph, though.
You gonna go? Okay.
I agree, and I think he's a great fighter. And to get him to quit, I think he's got the will to keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't, size-wise and everything else, he's got to get into him, and he's got the reach, man.
Yeah. I was going through. I'm like, he would. Danny Trejo, he was my last pick. I'm going through stuff. I'm like, I gotta have Machete on here, man. Come on.
I mean, he's a great fighter, and I think his drive would be something to some kind of force, but I don't think it's enough for Dolph.
Okay, so Danny Trejo is out. Goodbye. In the next, we will have. You were close on the Karate Kid, but it wasn't him. It was William Zabka, Johnny Lawrence.
Okay.
Because he actually knows how to fight.
Right.
Against our boy from, we were talking about him recently, Ty-Mac, the Last Dragon.
Oh my God.
Bruce Leroy. Leroy Green.
Bruce Leroy or Johnny?
Leroy Green or Johnny?
I think Leroy Green. I think Leroy, because Leroy's legs are much longer. If I'm correct. Because he's tall, right?
He's thin and yeah, they might. I didn't look at their height, but I'm assuming it's a well balanced match because they both know the karate and shit like that. So,
I think in their prime.
In their prime, this is all prime stuff. Yes.
Yeah, I think Johnny goes bye-bye.
Oh, Ty-Mac with the victory.
Yeah.
All right, say goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye, Johnny.
All right, so we're gonna move over to the other side.
Sweep the leg.
We got Mr. Snipes. Wesley Snipes.
He's a badass.
Yeah. And
that's from Blade. That was one of my favorite movies of his.
Yeah. Against an OG, Jackie Chan.
Oh, crap.
What do you got?
Oh, that's a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a very good fight. I think match-wise, Wesley is much stronger, but I think Jackie's more precise. I mean, Jackie's known for his stunt work and his martial arts, whereas Wesley's more of a fighter. Damn it, Dave. That's a good one.
Stumped him. Got him.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Wesley Snipes, though.
Wow, an upset.
I think Wesley Snipes might beat out Jackie Chan. I think Jackie would be quick with stuff around him, but I think for some reason I just think Wesley Snipes would just ghetto fabulous his ass.
All right.
He'd bring the karate and the street to and I think Jackie is a great fighter, but I don't think he has street.
Right. I hear what you're saying.
So I think Wesley's got him because if it wasn't for street smarts though and street fights,
right,
I think I would have gone Jackie.
Okay. I was rooting for Jackie, but I can't disagree with Wesley.
He's amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Goodbye, Jackie.
Bye-bye.
In the other one, we have Bolo Yang, I guess his name is. That's Chung Lee from Bloodsport.
Okay.
Versus
what's
another,
his name? I don't know if you said it. I just
Bolo Yang. Yeu Bolo. Bolo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can go. That's good enough. Bolo.
Okay.
Bolo.
Against Jet Li.
Jet Li.
Just that quick?
I think so.
Bolo's huge, man.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
But you have to grab. Bolo has to grab.
Right.
And I don't think Jet Li would let him grab. In his prime, Jet Li was he was like a Jackie Chan of his time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think against Bolo was a great, I'm not taking anything away from him.
Yeah.
But I think he was just a big guy that he needed a little bit of the action to actually grab you. And he was slower. Jet Li was much quicker.
Look at his face,
but, I mean,
man.
He's crazy.
You're going to make him
crazy.
cry.
That boy is crazy. Man. I know crazy. I've seen a mirror. I know it's crazy.
What did he say?
Crazy. Bolo, bye-bye.
Van Damme say he was like kicking the pole or something like that. Was that him? I think that was his character.
I think so. Just for fun, right? Just for warm-ups and stuff like that. He's just kicking a pole. And he's like, I gotta spar with this guy in a fight scene.
Oh, boy. All right. So now that leaves us with Dolph Lundgren versus, where'd he go? Timek.
Does Dolph know karate or just boxing?
I forgot what he had, but he wasn't just boxing. He had other kinds of martial arts.
Did he? Okay.
Yes. Then
I'm going to go with Dolph. If he had more than just boxing, I'm going to go with Dolph. If it was just boxing, tie goes to the tie.
Let me see if it comes up here. Martial arts, he knew karate and Kyokushin, whatever the hell that is.
Oh, well, he knew Kyokushin. It's over.
Kyokushin. Oh, God bless you.
Kyokushin.
So, he knew two different things. You're going to go with Dolph.
Yeah.
Okay. Not Jet Li. Hold on. Where'd he go? All right. Goodbye, Timek.
Bye-bye.
And boop.
You are the weakest link. Bye-bye.
All right. So, Dolph Lundgren's in the finals for this
Look
bracket.
at him go.
Wow. All right. So, Wesley Snipes versus Jet Li.
Jet Li. I think Jet Li, because that street that I was talking about, I think Jet Li has a little bit more than, what's his name did? Jackie.
Okay. Just for shits and giggles, if Jet Li was going up against Jackie Chan, who would you have picked between those two?
Jet Li.
Jet Li still? Yeah. Okay. All right.
So. Were you on the fence with that one?
Yeah, I was on the fence with it. I'm like, I was going to put them together, but I'm like, it's weird because when you're doing this, it's like they're very on paper evenly matched.
Right.
Sorry.
No, they are. I think Jet Li is a little bit more street than Jackie is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think, because like I said before, Wesley was up because Jackie didn't have the street. But if you brought the street up a little bit, which is what Jet Li I think is, then I think martial arts wise, I think Jet Li has the advantage.
I think he had the speed. I think he has the speed too in his youth against them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so then the final would be Dolph versus Jet.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with Jet. Jet for the win.
Wow, I wouldn't have thought that.
I think Dolph would be good, but I think Jet Li would be too fast.
Yeah.
I think he would be able to dodge a lot of the hits and come in.
Chop him down.
Yeah, and just slowly pick away at him, just like Rocky did in Rocky IV.
True.
I think that's what would really, if a real life fight happened, I think Jet Li would be able to chip away at him slowly and just wear him down, and then just done.
All right. So here we go. Fist of Fury round 2 victor is Jet Li.
Yay!
Where's the applause button?
You got it? Okay, I'll get it.
You get it.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Yay! Oh.
Very nice. Well, thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. That was a good round. I didn't know what to expect, and I can't believe I said Ralph Macchio and you had Johnny in there.
I had Johnny in there. Yeah,
that's funny. Would you have put Ralph and Johnny together? I'm saying Ralph with his real name and then Johnny with it. Would you put Danny and Johnny together?
I probably, just to see if you would have brought them together, I probably would have had them on different brackets, sides of the brackets, to see if they would get there. But again, because of the coaching and stuff, I was like, I can't put that in there. So, going forward with this, it's really like we did what 16 people so
16
far.
so far, yep.
So it gets a little thinned out from trying to find these guys.
Listen.
And I don't want to put people up there that you're not going to know who, I pop them up and be like, who the hell is that?
Right, yeah.
So in the next couple ones, we continue to do this. I'm bringing some other things, maybe some females. Maybe we'll go into the cartoon realm and get some Transformers or DC and Marvel stuff. So
yeah, He-Man versus Skeletor, He-Man versus Man at Arms. Go ahead.
Right.
What do you got, tough guy?
Sounds good.
All right. Very good.
So we got Bruce Lee and Jet Li.
Jet Li. 2 Lees.
2 Lees.
So if you put another Lee in the third one, I have to make sure I don't pick him.
Now I'm going to do a search to see all Lees that fight, and then I'll put them in.
The Lees have it.
All right, shooting range time.
Let's go to the shooting range. Oh, yeah. I changed the background, but it doesn't help.
Okay. No.
I tried.
But at least it doesn't look like that's the bathroom.
I tried. There, that's what it looks like.
That's what it's supposed to look like. But we block it. And we can't move up or,
There you go. Now, go ahead, Dave. Now we're at the shooting range.
All right. Do you... Are you ready?
Yes.
Do you think there is any way that we're actually living in the Matrix?
I don't think so. I mean, it seems crazy to think that it's all a programmable thing. I mean, I would think that if it was programmable, I don't think the technology would advance as quickly as it does. I think because at some point the technology is going to catch up to where they are then, and you go, oh shit, we're here. It'd be like Spaceballs. When was that? That was then. When was then? That is now.
Right, but that technology might not even exist. Like they're putting it in our brains, making you think everything's hunky-dory and we got all this technology and stuff like that. And then when you unplug, man, it could be just like total devastation. And there's not, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing.
No, I get it. And it could be. I'm not saying it's not. I mean, obviously I don't know, but I don't think so. And, everybody, religious people are like, oh, well, this is the test and this, that, the other. And then people say, oh, when you're reincarnated, if you're good here, then you do this, that. Like, there's so many more things I think that are going on that if there was, where's the uproar? Where's the group that's on the bottom going, hey, listen, which pill do you want? Like,
yeah, no. Where's the blue pill, red pill?
Right,
guy?
Exactly. Like, where are the people doing that? Like, I don't hear about them. I hear about so many conspiracy theories.
Yeah. Hey, the Scientologist people. The Scientologist people might be the ones that are green pill, red pill.
Maybe. I mean, I think it all started from Alien, from what I understand. And then everybody's like, well, that's crazy. There's no such thing as aliens. And then here we are. Who knows? Not me.
Yeah.
You ever think when you look up at the sky that there might be an alien looking back at you? And you don't know it?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. Dude, I'm outside all the time and I'm always looking up like, just over my over my shoulder looking, man.
All the people that said they got beamed up and probed for how many years? And everyone's like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Now that there's aliens, is that crazy?
No.
That's a question for Dave, huh?
Maybe
the aliens have been probing and nobody just has been able to say yes or no.
Right. Exactly.
I don't think we're living in the Matrix.
No Matrix. Okay.
I don't think so.
All right.
If we were, I want to be Neo.
Oh boy. All right, next one. If you got kidnapped, what really annoying thing would you do to make them return you?
And they put a gag in my mouth or something. I don't know.
Right.
Like, they would just beat the crap out of me. Because I
knock you unconscious until they wouldn't return
If I'm awake,
you.
I'm making noise or something. Or if they say something. I mean, when I'm in a situation, who knows? Maybe I wouldn't do anything and I would just try and figure out a way to get out. I mean, I think that would be the first thing I would do. I wouldn't start annoying my kidnappers. thinking.
Might make the situation worse.
Right, exactly. But, I mean, if we're going down that path where I'm like, these guys aren't going to do nothing. They just, whatever, they're kidnapping me and I want to annoy them.
Right.
I would mimic them. Like, I would just drive them crazy. Right, exactly. Right. And you know me. Oh, I drive somebody crazy.
Yeah.
I've got a will to piss people off. Once I decide that switch is on, you're all screwed.
I just hope if that were to happen to me, I just hope it's on like a day after I ate like chili or something like that and have some really bad gas.
Yourself.
It's just firing a hole into the like, all right, we got to dump this cat.
Oh, you like being in this little tight room with me?
Exactly. We'll see how long this lasts.
Yeah, I can see you doing that.
That's my best defense.
If I was to be kidnapped, the first thing I would do would be try to figure out how to escape.
Right.
I'm a pretty good fighter. Hand-to-hand combat, I'm all right. Assessing a situation, knowing how to use weapons and the surroundings to my advantage, I'm usually pretty good at. So I would try that first.
Okay.
But then if that wasn't working, I don't know if I'd go. I don't think I'd ever annoy the guy who kidnapped me. I'd try and psychoanalyze the situation. If I couldn't beat them, I would try and join them to screw with them and just have a kinship or something, because it's harder to kill somebody once you have a kinship with them and stuff. I don't know. Find the weakest link.
Okay, then. All right, next question. Do you think we'll get some deep thoughts from Donnie C on the next two ones?
Deep thoughts with Donnie C. Okay.
Do you think there's a difference between living and existing?
Yes, because everybody exists, but not everybody lives.
I know what he's doing. Here it comes.
No, I was.
I thought you were doing the more you know.
No, I was fixing the volume for the exit, but no, I don't. There is definitely a difference. Existing, anything exists, and animals exist and stuff like that. But I mean, insects exist. But are they living? Living, I think, is more of a conscious thing where you learn and adapt and overcome. Existing is just you're part of the world, and that's it. Like the bee movie, like you know your role, and that you're just a working bee, and that's it. Done. You're the queen bee, and you're done. Like that's existing. But living is actually making conscious decisions and choices of going, okay, I'm going to go this way for this reason or this way for that reason. That's living a life.
Yeah, I see it as existing is just you're just working to pay your bills, and then you redo it every day. You're just in that monotony of just trying to work. Living would be, all right, you may not be the richest person on the world, but you're going to live life to your fullest. Go here, go there, enjoy life for the short amount of time that you have on the planet. You know what I mean? That's where
it's basically this way. I think we've had discussions like this, and I've talked to my wife about it and everything else. If I ever got into an accident or something happened to me and I was in a vegetated state, I'm just existing. I'm not living anymore. At that point, pull the plug, do whatever. I'm not living. I'm just existing.
Yeah.
That's no way to live, because it's not a life, in my opinion. So for me, it's pull it. Yeah. And that's the difference.
Okay.
So that's me getting philosophical.
There you go. One last one, and then we'll call it a day.
Okay.
Do you think that good things come from suffering?
I don't think good things come from suffering, but here's what I think suffering does. It allows you to have a perspective, to know what it's like to come from a hard spot, and to appreciate some of the smaller things that most people would be like, whatever, and you can appreciate and say, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Because people who don't ever suffer, don't have the struggle, they're skewed on their views. They wake up, they start their day and whatever, and they're miserable.
Right.
Why are they miserable? Because they never had a hard day. They never had to suffer. They never had their kids being sick or friends or family passing away or anything. From suffering, as long as it doesn't break you, you learn to appreciate what you do have. And I think good things come all the time. It's just whether you're perceptive to them or not. That's the difference.
Yeah. For me, that's like a two-way street kind of question. Like if you let the suffering break you, that's going to take you down a path that you probably should not be going down.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if you learn from that suffering or try to deal with that suffering in a way that helps you, improve yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the other way, you can actually utilize it for good. But, that's a two-way street there for me on that one.
Right. Okay. So Dave's by.
I'm by.
Right. You heard it here first. I can clip that. You said it. I can
You're not clipping that crap.
I bet you I can. That's Dave living.
Now, and then I'm going to be suffering after
this. Only in the end, buddy. Only in the end.
Yeah. Oh, boy. All right.
I hope everybody had a good time. If you enjoyed the show, hit the like button. Let us know. Hit the subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. If you know some friends or family that haven't heard about us, let them know. We'd love to have extra people. Let it grow. Let this baby grow. Let's water it and watch it grow together. No, Dave? No.
Let it grow. Let it grow.
I want to thank everybody, though. Definitely hit the like button and do all that. Ring the bell for notifications. This way you know when we're coming back. We just did a live show last week. Hopefully you caught it. If not, go back and watch it. But with notifications, you'll know the next live show. If you can't watch us and see our pretty faces, check us out on Spotify. Check out our merch. And make sure you send in your questions at shootingitstraightwdc@gmail.com so you can find out what Johnny C really thinks about shooting it straight with you. Catch you guys later.
Peace, everybody. Hee hee hee.